G'day all and welcome to the South African lawn. Alrighto guys, welcome to today's video, and in this video you can expect a lot of dogs barking because it's just that time of the day, people walking around having fun, and also you can hear cars and hooting because I have to shoot these videos before I go to work, okay, so that you can watch them mainly over the weekends. And I brought you to my outside yard outside my house, okay, and this has normally been my control lawn, like which I do nothing on. I just mow it, okay. So I don't do much to this lawn, but this year I've decided, you know what, Mary, it's the part that the people see. I've got to start taking care of it, and you won't believe me. Like last year, this was actually one of the yards or the lawns on this street that looked the best just because of mowing practices. I cannot fertilized a little bit, but I've never done a renovation, so it's quite uneven. So today I want to do a little bit of a mini renovation on this lawn. Nothing serious, more still like my control area where I just compare it to the rest that I really take care of, and this one I leave. But this year I'm just going to do that little bit extra to get the green lawn first, okay, because it's August and we thought that summer's on the way, and then this week we had a couple of serious colds, but I'm still that's gonna set other people back, but not me, okay. I'm gonna jump out of dormancy first. Well, it actually already has. If you look closely, guys, just see there, I've only got a couple of brown spots left there, and it's really looking like rather nice. I think it's the best by far around here. Just no fertilizer, just by adding water approximately once every week, and now that it's getting a little bit warmer, I'll bump it up to twice a week. I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, okay, so in the previous year I did a big annual lawn renovation on my Kikuyu lawn, which is just on the other side of this wall. However, this year I've decided to do two videos, one big renovation and then one mini renovation right here. Okay, so the mini renovation will be literally just removing the old dead grass. So in other words, excuse the car, like a dethatch where you scalp it down, or you use a thatching machine to get rid of that thatch. And I have now purchased myself a dethatcher. You know that other video where I complained so bad about thatching, like power raking with my arms through the lockdown period, and I complained like an old lady. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy one. So one day I walked in Leroy Merlin and they had this dethatching machine or verticutter there, and then I just said, you know what, doesn't matter what this thing costs, just gonna flip and take it off the shelf, close my eyes and buy it. And it wasn't even that expensive. So I can't give you an honest opinion about it yet, but we're gonna use it today. Then hopefully in about 2-3 weeks when I've done all my renovations, or 2 months when I've done all my renovations, we can maybe give you a little bit of a more honest opinion about this machine. Right, so here is that beastly machine that I was talking about. Guys, to be honest with you, upon first touch of this product, you might think, what have I done? It's not the feel that you get when you like touch that professional real mower, that like heavy proper built machine. It feels a little bit flimsy, okay. I've used it once or twice and the results are rather pleasing, but I mean, just at first glimpse you're like, this is plastic, and I don't even know what brand it is. It's just got like a model number on here which says YT6702. So this is my YT6702, which I'll be using today. And yeah, so let's quickly talk about the steps in this mini renovation of mine. So first off, we're going to remove the dead stuff, and then secondly, I'm just going to fertilize and water, and we're going to see what results we get. And I think, and I hope they're going to be rather pleasing, because they haven't been bad in the past, just by watering. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I love all my other machines, and unfortunately this one works with city. And you might be asking me, what city? Is it like Santon City? No, it works with electricity. So it has to plug in, and you're going to struggle with a cable. pulling that thing around, and then you plug it in there. I've now put this thing in. Hold on. Plug that one in there because I don't have a proper yard thing, because I don't deal with like electric string trimmers and mowers these days. So that's a pity. Okay, plug and play. Alright, so I've got it plugged in, and I've got to warn you, it sounds like a bit of a vacuum cleaner. Probably because they installed a vacuum cleaner motor in there. But let's just get into the video. Okay, so one thing that I do love about it is it does come with 2 cartridges. So the one that I've got on here is the Verti cutter that comes with these blades quite far apart. I would have liked to see them closer together. I think it's got to do with the amount of power that thing. It's a 1300 watt. I think, geez, I should really clean this thing, it's dirty. 1300 watt electric motor, and I don't think if there were like 50 blades, it might struggle to like pull through the grass, especially with Kikuyu. I've never actually used it on Kikuyu, so today will be a true test for this thing, and this thing is thick. It is a little bit thatchy and thick, right here. Another thing that I do like is they do give you free of charge another like cartridge, one with a like the scarifying cartridge, the one with a small steel tines that like just tease the grass, so you can get a little bit deeper into it. However, I don't think it's going to work that well. I will test it in the future. I don't think it's going to work that well on this thick one. I'd rather like cut the stolons and chop it up here to promote new growth. Sometimes, like your beard, you've got to cut back. You've got to cut it back to promote new growth. Okay, so I'm going to set mine to, you've got 10 mil, I don't know if it's 10 mils or whatever, but you've got -10, -5, 0, 5 and 10. I'm going to set mine to 0, which is on the soil level right there. However, those wheels will be running on the grass, so I don't think, and it's quite thick, I don't think it'll get down to the soil level. Let's see what happens. Okay guys, so I've done 2 passes, and I've just got to show you. Just have a look. It is frightening. How does it pull up so much? It's not even a powerful machine. Tell you what, I should have maybe done this quite a while ago. I didn't think it was going to get that thick because I don't really fertilize that religiously on this lawn, you know. But just have a look at all that. I might have to hire us to one of those skip bins because I don't think I'll have enough dustbins and bags for all of this. Okay, 4 passes in, 2 going there, 2 coming back. I can now really tell you that the parts that's already greened up, I think, is the thinner parts in the lawn, because the parts that's really like brown and still thatchy and thick is the parts that hasn't come through yet, and I think that's because of all the dead stuff that's lying there. So that is the whole purpose of this thing, is to open up and make space for new growth. And is it necessary to buy something like this? It does make it a hell of a lot easier. You can do it a couple of times through the season, maybe not as heavy as this, so you don't punish your lawn as much, but I've done it about 3 or 4 times already on my bluegrass, just a light scarify, and I absolutely love it, or a light verticut or scarify. I've done both actually, and I absolutely love it, just to remove that dead stuff from your lawn. But I'm honestly stoked about the results. I tell you what, getting all this stuff out will really make room and air and space for water to go through. It's really a must, and you don't have to buy a machine like this. You could obviously come with your rotary mower. That's what I've done every year prior to this, to just come down and scalp the crap out of it if you've got Kikuyu. Not all grass types handle this manual and like beating as well as Kikuyu does. Yeah, so I'll take you with on my one-handed last pass here. And oh geez, there it runs away from me. It's not self-propelled, but when it digs into the soil, it really quite goes. So my recommendation is that you maybe set it up a little bit higher, even if you're doing scalping, you know. A little bit more difficult one-handed, but anyway, even if you're scalping, and do a couple of passes. Not really trying to take off everything that's grown in the last season in one pass, if you hear what I'm saying. Oh, there she goes. It's definitely a little bit more difficult with one hand, but it is not a difficult job by any means. I think this took me 15 minutes while filming. So easy. Yeah, so I think that's done. This thing actually does come with a catcher, but I mean, you're going to empty that thing like every 2 minutes. I'm just going to rake it up. Guys, just look at all this grass that I've removed here. I'm now seeing that it's pulled up some of the Kikuyu, so I might have to come over here in any case with a rotary. Maybe not as aggressive as normal, but just chop the top off, get the height a little bit lower down so it grows nicely back up again. So I'll see you tomorrow, but in a second. Bye bye. Okay, so it is a day and a half later, and it's the first time I get now to actually spend time outside here and to film this last part of this mini renovation series. Okay, so first things first, if you want to do a mini renovation, that is the bare minimum that you can do. Other than, if you want to do less than that, you could water it, I suppose, or fertilize it, but you need to scalp at least if you've got Kikuyu grass. People, do that please. Okay, so what I've done is, I thought that I was only going to do the scarifying, but I decided best way to pick up those dead material that I've removed from the grass is to actually run over here with a rotary mower that sucks up the grass. So I thought while I'm at it, I could just lower the height and give it a light scalp. So that's what I did. I went over here probably about 4 or 5 times, and this is the results that I came up with. This is probably the lowest scalp area. So there's only, like, I've really exposed the, what is it, stolons above ground. I can't ever remember that, but rhizome is roots and stolons is shoots. That's how I remember it, if I'm correct. Hope so. So yeah, so that's what I've exposed. So I sculpted it a little bit and I went over this quite a number of times. So if you plan on scalping like really low onto soil level, you might want to like stretch it out over like 10 passes. Really, I'm not even kidding. You could go over it like really 6, 7, 8 times, lowering it one notch at a time. Okay, but the next step to my renovation is fertilizer. What fertilizer do you add to your lawn first thing in spring when you want to get it out of dormancy? First of all, my lawn is really basically out of dormancy already because I've been watering it, so it doesn't suffer from drought or anything. Yeah, how's that? So that's what you want to do, is you want to add fertilizer to your lawn now. And the question is, what do you add? So it's believed to add something like a 2-3-2 fertilizer or starter based fertilizer. However, a lot of the golf courses, also from what I've heard, I'm talking under correction, I'm not saying everyone is following this method, is adding quite a lot of nitrogen to the grass to make it shoot out of dormancy a lot quicker. So they want to get that initial green up as soon as possible to recover the bare areas and so on. So it's maybe not the correct thing to do, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put down a 28% nitrogen at a fairly low rate because there's quite a lot of nitrogen in there. So I just want to put down approximately 750 grams of nitrogen. This is just under 100 square meters, but I'm going to treat it as 100 square meters. So I'm going to put down about 28%. What's that? A third, about 2 kilos will give me 600. So just over 2 kilos, about 2.5 kilograms of fertilizer I'm going to put on this part of lawn, and then I'm going to nail it with water. I've been keeping up with watering, but I'm going to really nail it with water to try and get it to grow. I see there's good temperatures in stores, so hopefully I can get this as green as possible, and I can really like set foot on the neighbors' throats as to lawn neighborhood domination. Okay, so I'm not too technical. I'm just gonna guess about, well, I'm guessing pretty good because I've done this a million times. Yeah, so that should give us about between 2 and 3 kilograms of fertilizer. Hopefully not much more than that, but I want to really put down more than that. So yeah, let's gun it. Okay, so hopefully I can get it all down in 3 passes. I've done one there, one in the middle back. So I'm doing it basically like the top third, then straight in the middle, and then the lower third. And I'm walking not too fast because I don't want it to shoot too far, because it's not too wide really. I don't want to waste too much fertilizer in the streets and let it wash away. Okay, so I've just went to put on the sprinklers to water this fertilizer in. Lekker. Oh goodness, let me just save this bag of fertilizer from. Okay, so hopefully it's not too wet inside there. Okay, lekker. So yeah, I'm just watering it in so it doesn't burn my lawn when we get dew tomorrow morning. Not that there's a lot of leaf blade left to get burned, but in any case, so I'll just water it in. I don't normally water in the evenings. Oh, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? And I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Goodness, I should probably stop singing into the camera. The neighbors are peeking through the window. They probably think I'm already a bit of a freak, holding this thing in my hand, talking to it all the time in a language that they're not used to hearing me speak. It's English, it's a foreign language. Nobody knows that language here, but I have to do it to keep it like universal. Okay, how's it? Sorry. Alright guys, so daylight is fading. It was a very cold morning this morning, Saturday the 22nd of October. August, not October. Goodness, where's my mind? But that's all I've got from my side. So yes, if you want to do something in preparation for spring, go ahead and scalp your lawn or scarify it and get rid of the dead stuff. And also following that with a nice fertilizer. You don't have to go with a high nitrogen fertilizer like I've done here. You could go with a like healthier 232, just getting your roots to grow and everything to take. And also if you want to, guys, excuse the car, sorry. Also if you want to, you could supplement it with water from now on. I know Joburg, everyone always used to say no, we get water on, we're only supposed to get rain starting from Palkreerdag, 11 October. Well, that's what my grandmother used to say, at least. So 11 October. So if you want to supplement it with water from now, until we start getting rain. Don't attempt a renovation now. You could obviously wait for that, because obviously your lawn will want water for it to actually jump out of drought dormancy or actually start growing and looking like something. So yeah, those are the options that you've got. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this content interesting and this process that I've done interesting. But yeah, renovation anytime from now on, you can start thinking about doing lawn renovations on Kikuyu and Bermuda grass, or for that matter any tough grass type that you want to quickly get out of dormancy now and get a head start on summer growth. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. There's obviously going to be a big renovation that I do, like a aeration and top dress and whatnot, all the steps on the lawn inside. So watch out for that. Loads of exciting content to follow on this channel, so if you haven't subscribed, consider doing that and like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers for now. Bye bye.